And we're on. They said if I did karate hands, it would make my intro more interesting. So I did. Today, we are going to take a song that's already kind of made, but not really. So what happened, and then finish it. Maybe not finish it, but we're going to work on it. So what happened was I made kind of like a rough idea of a beat, and then I sent it to somebody. He wrote to it. And then he came here, recorded, and then now I'm working on the beat. Or just working on the song, but I got to finish the beat. So basically what I did was there's kind of a basic arrangement. Let me get my dome piece out of here so you can see. Hope that's big enough. You don't really care about me. So like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And remember, this is a community where we all learn from each other. I'm not sitting here trying to proclaim that I'm a professional. I'm an amateur. I'm intermediate. I know more than beginner level, but so you might learn something from me if you are, a beginner. If you are more advanced, then please, if you see something that I'm doing or see something that somebody puts in a comment that you can help out with, go ahead, throw them in the comments, and I will be reading them. People will be reading them, and we will learn from each other. So I want everyone to learn and grow from this channel. Now, like and subscribe. Let's do it. You see, I have the beat here. There's no real movement to it, kind of, but it was just a template so he could start writing to it. And now that we have here, I'm going to scroll down, see if you can see that. Yep, we're good. So all of these are the vocals. We got a verse, first verse, hook, second verse, and then we're going to fly the hook. Flying just means basically copy and pasting this hook over to the next spot so you don't have to re-record it. Now, if you notice, all of these are in MIDI. So now I want everything, when I get to the mixing phase, I want everything to be audio. I'm not going to be mixing anything in MIDI. If you're mixing in MIDI, you're wrong. And I'll show you how to bounce it down. Here, this right here, this is my kick pattern, right? I went in there, fixed some things, whatever. I got it to where I want it, and then I bounced it down. Now you see this right here? This is audio. Now it's in audio. Now it's ready for mixing. Problem is, I got to fix that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. So basically what I'm going to start with, now that I have the vocals, it's real tempting to just want to jump in on the vocals and start mixing them, because the vocals are, let's just face it, vocals are the most fun thing to mix. But we got to hold back a little bit, okay? And we got to finish the production, because right now I did production, he wrote the song, we recorded, and then I'm going back to production because we got to finish it. But it's helping us, get stuff out a little bit quicker, get ideas out there a little bit quicker, add some kind of movement in the right direction. So now that we're back to production, we got to finish this beat. Right now, first thing I noticed was the drums. I want to add, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to unmute this. Oh. I'm going to show you what I had. It was like this. Okay, if you didn't know, if you hover over the top part of it, you see that little arrow loop thing. That means you can drag it out and it'll copy and paste itself. If you go on the bottom, hold on. If you go on the bottom, it's just going to stretch it out. So, I'm just going to pull it out. And I'm going to mute the so I've already, I haven't done the routing because we're not in mixing right now. But I did go ahead and group everything and put them in their own buses. When it comes to like lead vocal, background vocals, hook, and all the different instruments, drums, and beats. And I'll go over that kind of stuff later when we get to the mixing side of it. I just wanted to do that so it's organized. You see how everything's color-coded and everything's organized? See, all of these here, these recordings, they were all like one long piece. But I cut them up, so now I can visually just on a whim know, okay, here's the hook. I can also set markers in here, but I haven't done the arrangement. So if you go up here, click this, you can add markers. So if I set, see right here, this is basically this section right here. That's the intro, right? So I could go up here, set my marker, and I can click this plus. Oops, sorry. Right here, and I can set this plus. Boom. Now I just set a marker for the intro, right? And then boom, we got one for the verse. Verse 1, right? Now, once I finish the arrangement, I'm going to have to reset these markers. That's why I don't want to do it right now. But when I close this back up, now it always sits up here. So now you always know where you're at. But also, visually, I'm able to kind of see it. You just want to be organized. Makes things a lot easier. It's kind of annoying to do it, but you're going to pat yourself on the back because it makes everything go a lot smoother. Now, just in case you're wondering, yes, I do have my Red Bull. All right? We are good to go. I have my Red Bull, and I have you guys. That's all I need. Let's do it. So let's listen to the drums real quick. Actually, backtrack. I'm going to mute the vocals. Let's listen to the beat. Mute this. And I'll show you what I sent him. Here's the idea, actually. Hidden tracks. We'll go over hidden tracks later, but right now. Oops. Do that. Mute this real quick. Okay. Cool. Muted. Nice. Here we go. This is what I sent him, and this is what he wrote to. Is it coming through? Yes. Cool. Okay. So that's what I sent him. Now, we have to take it from rough production to an actual production. So the first thing I noticed was I want some more swing on the drums, right? Take this back. So how are we going to do that? Swing and bounce could come from, you got to think about three things. You got to think about the velocity, so the volume of each. I'm going to pull this up. If you look here at each kick, 92, the velocity, aka volume, 93, 92, 98, 94. So they're all different, right? So that can add some bounce, right? When all of the drums are different velocities. Also, you got to think about the swing. So are they all quantized directly on the beat, on the grid? Or do you want to kind of move them just a little bit so that adds some kind of push and pull? That also creates swing. Also pitch. You can pitch things up and down to make them feel quieter or louder without even changing the volume, or just to add some more movement. So now what I did was, when it comes to the kicks, I did do, so look at this. So you click in here, Command A, it highlights them all. If you go into Functions, MIDI Transform, you can pick, look at this. Everything I just said, look at this. Velocity, pitch, it's all in here. So what I did was I picked a random velocity, and you can pick. Here's all your kicks. You can pick. I want the lowest ones to be at 90 and the highest ones to be 100. And then it's going to place them randomly at all these different velocities. And you click Select and Operate and then close it out. And there it is. That's what your kick pattern looks like. Just random volume. Problem is, I don't want that on my kick. I wasn't thinking about it. But your kick, you want it to be steady. Well, you don't have to. For me, I want it to be steady. And then if I want to bring them up and down later on, I can do that. But the deal is, think about the end when you're starting at the beginning. So think about what it's going to sound like on the mastering end of it. So when I get to, let's say when I start to mix it, right? When I throw a compressor on the drum bus, it's going to work a little bit harder because these kicks are different velocities, right? So if the kicks is the loudest sound, it's always going to be, well, not always, but usually it's the loudest sound. So the compressor hears that first. So if it's hearing all these different velocities, it's going to work a little bit harder, and it's going to be a lot harder to dial in your compressor. So with all that said, I'm just going to take it back to all the same. So I'm going to put everything at 100. So I have it all highlighted. If I just go down all the way up, now everything's all the same. And I can set it. Go 100. Boom. That's basically unity. What the heck? All right. Oh, that random velocity is still set. No. Why? Okay. Here, MIDI transform. Okay. Boom. Okay, now we're all at 100, right? Now, I wonder if you notice another thing I did. I took them all and brought the swing down to 88. I know it says swing down here. Just keep it at 50. I don't know what the heck. That's probably something I don't understand, but just keep it at 50 and then use the strength to add swing. So when you pull this up and down, it's going to move all these individual notes a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, just a little bit, right? If I go all the way down, it's going to move it a lot. I don't want the kick. The kick is the steady. For me, it's the steady, keeps the pace, right? I don't want it off too much, but I also want it to feel humanized, like if I was playing on a beat pad, right, or drum pad, and it just sounds more human, realistic. So I changed it a little bit. All the other ones, like snare and hats and stuff, I'll go lower. But this is what I got. So, anyways, now let's get out of piano. So I have my kick pattern down now, the new one that I like, and then I'm just gonna get rid of this because I don't need it, right? Delete track. Yes, make sure you're on the right track before you delete. I guess you could always do Command Z. Okay, so on the right track, right? This is highlighted. If I do Control Command B, this is going to bounce this region in place. Or I can go up to File, Bounce, make sure you're on the right one. Track, or regions, don't press track unless you want the whole track. So if I press track and I was on this one, it would do all of these. So do just the region, whatever regions are highlighted, bounce it in place. And then I want to name this kick. And I always leave the bip on there so I know what's bounced and then what's not. If you have plugins on it, keep this unchecked unless you want to bypass it and have the raw, which I do, and I don't have any, well, I guess I have an EQ on it, which I want to keep that, right? So I'm not going to click that. Always include this unless you want the raw. Turn the normalize off, and boom, okay. See, it just bounced it down. Now we have audio and not MIDI. Remember at the beginning, do not just as you go, set yourself up for success for the next phase, which is mixing, right? So as I go, I'm not just going to go, okay, kick's good, let's go to the snare. No, get it ready for mixing. So bounce it down. Now, another thing, when I mix, I make sure I highlight everything, right? If I didn't have to do this, this is what I would do. Okay, you see all these, this is all the vocals. Now, I think I did already. Yeah, I already normalized them. Maybe not. See how some are like smaller than others? And some are bigger? Okay. Yeah. So what I would do is highlight all those. I'm going to go to Functions, Normalize Region Gain, Individual Regions. We want it to set the peak level to -10. You see that? See, I've already done it. So 40 regions selected. I'm just going to do it again because it's not going to hurt. So basically, I'm going to press apply. You see how these all the waveforms just changed? They all went to the same size. You see how they're all similar? When you get to mixing, before I mix anything, I normalize everything down to peak at a -10 dB. The reason why is because I want everything to be at a similar volume, because that makes my life a lot easier than going in. It's like, oh, this is too hot, let's turn this one down. Oh, this one's not loud enough, let's turn it up. No, just go in there, save yourself the time, put everything at -10, and you know you're going to have enough headroom on your master, on your stereo out. At the end, you don't even have to pay attention to it because you know that all of these are peaking at -10 to start with. So you have plenty of headroom. This is all about creating headroom and making your life easy. So what I'm going to do is, I got mixing in mind, right? So I'm going to take this, I'm going to go to Functions, Normalize Region Gain, Individual Regions. We want it to set the peak level to -10. And I'm going to, boom, normalize. Watch it. Boom. See it change? Now we're good to go. I can hide this. See this little H? Hide. Now when I hit H, boom, it's gone. You see up here? If I want it back, if I'm like, oh, I need to do something with that, I can pull it back up. Just hit the H. But hide it. I always mute and turn everything off, right? I don't have to put this EQ on there because it's already baked in. When I bounced it down, everything was baked in, right? Okay. Except for the buses. The buses don't get baked in. These are buses. These are, everything up here will get baked in. Volume, panning, it'll get baked in. Not your buses. So you see how it copied the bus. Now, H on your keyboard, boom, hides it. Now we're good to go. Let's move on to the snare. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the kick on, turn everything else off, and let's do the snare. Actually, I'm going to pull these in. I want to hear it all in context. I don't need the whole beat, but I want at least the drums. Because I don't want to place a snare somewhere that has like a hat or something. Which is fine, I'm just saying, like, in context. Yep, you can still hear me? Good. Okay. I'm going to put these all, or Command A, right? Take them all and put them at the same velocity. Oh, come on, what the hell? Oh my gosh, I pitched it already. Yep. Oh, no. Select an operator. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna go here. Nope. There. Okay, so I have a kick right there, so. You know, I might just leave these the way they are. I don't want too much, you know? I want it to breathe. Just do. It sounds like right there. Oh, it's right here. That's what I was looking for. And then I'll turn that one like way down. Watch. Oh, maybe not. Let's go like 60. Remember, velocity makes it kind of move. Nope, too much. Let's try 80. Yeah. Okay. Nope. There we go. Let's do let's layer the snare with that rim shot. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take these down to like 60. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's bring these up to 70. All right. All right. All right to that. Yeah, like that. Actually, I'm just gonna let the doll get creative for me. Let's go lowest 80 and see what it does. I'm going to change it to 90 because the snare is kind of like the kick when I was talking about, like, it's like the groove setter, right? It's the second loudest sound. So I don't want it to be too different. So I'll do that, and then I'll take these. Where's it at? These. And I'll bring... Well, let's just see how it sounds. Yeah, it says too loud. Bring those down to 80. That's too loud. 55. 55. Cool. I think I got my snares. Now, another important thing. It's I don't know if it's like a disease or a mental illness that I have, but it's this like this thing where I can't commit to anything. So I spend hours upon hours just doing nothing. At the end of it, I'm like, what did I accomplish? So to be, you could even set timers, right? To be strict on yourself, just commit to things, right? So like this sounds good enough to me, um, that it's fine. It's good enough to move on, right? And I could come back to it, but probably not. When they mixed a good example, Michael Jackson, I can't remember. I think it was like it was one of his hit songs. I think his name is Bruce Fadine or whoever his mix engineer is, did like 96 different versions of that mix. Mixed that song 90 something times. You know which one they ended up using or going with? The second one. That's got to be frustrating. And it's the whole thing of like, oh, it's got to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. I just chill, bro. Just commit. And this is something that I am trying to do myself. So if you got to set a timer on your phone, go ahead and do it. But what I'm going to do is just I'm going to commit it. When I say commit it, yes, metaphorically or personally, I'm going to commit to it, but also commit it to the session. So let's get out of the piano roll. I'm going to take these out. These is an enema. Actually, let's do this. Delete that. And I'm not going to loop it right now before I commit it. I'll do it after I commit it. So committing, printing, bouncing, you'll hear those three usually. All means the same thing. So remember, Control, Command, B. Just depends on what DAW you're talking about. See? Look, you got to pay attention. I was on this track. So it tried to print this track. Cancel that. Get on my snare. Right? Get on the snare. Boom. Command, Control B. Snare, bip. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave these on, which whatever. Commit it, but I just noticed something that it's not that big of a deal. And remember, we're going to normalize, right? So I highlight the region, go to functions, normalize. So Control Option G. So let's do that. Control Option G. And then I'm going to normalize the individual, make sure that's right, and apply. Boom. So now this thing will not peak until you put stuff on it. It's not going to peak over 10. That doesn't mean it's going to bring everything up to -10. It's saying that the peak, the loudest point, won't be over -10. It's a great place to start. So, what I noticed was, I'm pretty sure, look at this. So, same with the snare, right? Q sampler. See that? I got it from Splice. It's a sound I got from Splice, right? Now, I stopped using the Q sampler to get my pitch because I noticed that it kind of gets some artifacts that are weird. It makes the sound weird and phasey. So what I started doing is I take the actual audio, these drums, it's not that big of a deal. I don't mind on the drums. What I found an issue with was for instruments, but like strings and synth and stuff like that, it just starts sounding weird. I don't know. But what I would do is I would take the actual audio, right? I'd take it and I'd pull it into my session and it actually just drops. If you've never used this before, it'll drop an audio file of that into your session, not MIDI. If you want to use it as MIDI, let's say I want to chop it up, which I have done in this with this one right here, but either way, you can drop it in the Q sampler, and then when you have it in the Q sampler, you can play on your keyboard all the different notes. So this snare, I want it. What's this? I forget what this song is in. Let's just say it was in C. I find the C on my keyboard. Okay, I like that one. Let's go to the octave up. Oh, that's cool. Okay, and then you can find the right snare sound in the key because it's in the sampler. But what you could also do, this is what I've been doing. I drag it, right? Well, I'll just show you with this audio. Let's say I dragged that into here, and boom, I have it, right? Now I could click it, make sure it's highlighted, come up here and do transpose, and let's say that this was in D and I want it to be in F, right? So I go up my keyboard, so I go find D, right? And then D, E, F, so E, F, so 2. 1, 2. There's F. So then all I got to do is transpose up 2. There's F. Now I'm on F. Now, if I want to go an octave up or an octave down, that is, if I was in F, right? If I go 1, oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I just told you wrong. So if it was in D and I want it to be in F, I go up, count the black. I was not counting the black. So 1, 2, 3. So then I'd have to go 3, right? Boom. So 3 semitones. Now I am on F. So I have F. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is an octave. So I can just go from 3, right? If I want to go octave up, then I just go to add 12, so go to 15. Now that's an octave up, it's an F, right? If I want to go try the octave down, I'll go 3 minus 12 is 2. Negative, no, not 2. Oh my gosh. 3 minus 12. Did I say 2? I'm trying to go into the negatives here. 3. So that'd be 13, 12 is negative 9. All right, that's pretty close to 2. Come on. I dropped out of school, okay, after college. So, like, give me a freaking break, dude. I have, like, hardly any schooling. So that would be an octave down. I'm going to go back because I don't want to do that. But that's what I started doing instead of putting it in the Q sampler because it's not getting distorted when I do that. Cool. Now, remember, hide. So I'm going to mute this. And I'm going to turn all this off. Right? And I'm going to press H to bring up the hidden tracks. And I'll press H. Boom. Now it's hidden. Bam. Gone. Now I got audio. Cool. I got kick now. And I got snare, dude. Let's move on to the frickin' toms, dude. Actually, let's move on to the hats. Because I want to go in order of, like, what's going to give me the most bounce. And I'm going to go with the hats for now. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. I layered that. Oh, you know what I didn't do, dog? We got to redo this. Boom. I forgot to add swing. That's the whole point. That's why I wanted to redo these. Hide, mute. Uh-oh. Oh, here. Unmute. Okay. Let's get some swing on these bad boys. So 88, you notice it says 88 and not 100? That's because the last thing, which is the kick, that I added swing to, strength to, I set it at 88. So it's just there from the last one. It's not at 88 right now. It's weird. I wish it would just not do that. But I want you to watch these notes real quick. Make them bigger. Watch them move, okay? I'm going to go down, up. Now I'm at 100, right? See how it's right on the grid. I don't want it on the grid. It's not humanistic. It doesn't sound real. So I'm going to go down to like, everything but the kick, I like to be in like between 70 and 84. I don't know why, but that's just like where I like it. So I'm going to go 70 and see what that sounds like. I'm just going to move it around until it sounds good with the kick. So let's go like way, way down. See, that's too much. I kind of like to go 0, 25, 50, 75, and then see which one sounds the best, and then get kind of like in that range. So nope. 50. Nope. Let's go to 75. My gosh, it's really 2 o'clock in the morning. That sounds better. I'm gonna go to 80, and I'm gonna set it. I told you, between 70 and 84, for some reason, I know that if I set it there, then I'm good. But I still like to, you know, go all the way down and work my way up just in case. Whatever, it's just something in my brain. I always end up between that range, but that's how my brain works, okay? Quit making fun of me. Okie dokie. Let's commit it. I'm just going to delete this. Does somebody know why I can't do command delete anymore? Like it just won't delete a track. Even though you look at it, delete track, it's command delete. It won't do it anymore. Okie dokie. What am I doing? Oh yeah, bouncing it down. Okay, snare bip. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, okay, see this? This is fine. This is fine. Don't do normalize on. Okay, because we're going to normalize it to what we want. And just off like that. Okay, it's highlighted, right? I'm on the right track. Boom. Normalize region gain. Always get comfortable with your, don't just click buttons. Get comfortable with your key commands. Control, Option, G, correct? Okay, Control, Option, G, bam. Your workflow is going to get so much faster. Boom, baby. There it is. Hide it, mute it. Ah. Turn this stuff off. Oh, what am I doing? Boop. Get on, bop, bop. And it's gone. Got the snare. Okay. Let's do this just for now. Let's move on to the hi-hat. Oops. See, these are right on the beat. if we added swing to this, see, they're all of these, I like to layer things. Okay, so you'll probably see this a lot in my productions. I just, I don't know. I just think that all the greatest songs that have made me feel some type of way have so many layers. So I try to layer a lot of stuff. I'm surprised I didn't layer the kick or the snare actually. But anyways, these, if you notice, it's all quantized to the beat, but and they're all the velocity is all different, right? So it's all random already. The only thing that I noticed is, see how it's all on the beat? Let's yeah, just making sure. Let's Command A to select them all, and let's add some swing. See, that's like too much, right? That's getting close. Hats though, it could be pretty low. Like it could be all over the place. When it comes to the strength, and I don't know, something about the hats. I still think it's a little too offbeat for me. Oh, dude. I like it at 75. Let's try 80, 85. Now, remember the kick was at 88, the snare is at 80. So we don't want everything to be in the 80s because then it's just like, might as well just keep it quantized at that point. Like you want a pretty big difference. At least like 15 to 20 in that, somewhere in that range of like the difference, right? Because then you actually have some swing. If everything's just all at 85, then you might as well just put everything at 100 because what was the point? Oh, that's nice too. Let's go to 70. Oh, here's a cool little trick here. Watch this. Oh, this is my daughter's YouTube. So right here, pull up a delay time calculator. And it'll show you if you want to get down and dirty, baby. Like you know that this is a tip that doesn't even like apply. It's just something I have ADHD. But like let's say I'm looking for like a 128th note, right? If I'm looking for like a pre-delay, I guess it's kind of like swing, I guess. But I could set it to this doesn't show it, right? It doesn't show it in milliseconds, but I know that if I set it 15 milliseconds off, then that would be a 128th note at I put 120 BPM. This is 76. So what we would do is go 76. Okay, so 24 milliseconds would be a 128th note, right? So it's just something that, like, if we had milliseconds over here, we could delay it that much, and you know it would be on beat with a 128th note. Anyways, I had that pulled up for a song I didn't finish it yet. I just mixed it for the same artist. But I had to get my pre-delay set pre-delayed time set for my reverb because I wanted it to kind of act like a delay instead of a reverb, but I like the sound of a reverb as a delay because it's very warm and saturated and all that stuff. I think I'm gonna do 74, or let's do 76. Yep. Okay, commit. Just commit. Cool. Sounds good enough for me. What am I doing here? How long have we been doing this? For 50 minutes. Cool. 50 minutes. Dope. So I'm gonna do less talking and more working because this is gonna take forever. I'm sorry. I like to explain things. And for people that are new to this, I'm sure you appreciate it. But for people that just want to watch somebody create, they're probably like, shut up, dude. And they're probably gone by now. If you're not, then cool. I appreciate that. I freaking appreciate that. Let's bounce it down. Bop, bop, bop. Hold on 1 second. -6. You know what I didn't pay attention to? Okay, luckily, luckily, these were in there. At 0, at unity. It's another word for that. This is not. If I was to bounce it right now, volume would get baked in, then it'd be on a new track, and I'm wondering why it's so quiet. So I'm going to bring it all the way up, and I'm going to take this delay off. Okay, that's why I have that gain plugin on there, because it's freaking loud, dude. I'm going to go to -10. I'm going to go even more, dude. Okay. So one thing is, I just noticed it's in a Q sampler. You don't need the gain plugin. All right. I don't even know why I did that. The volume knob, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the Q sampler. Just the volume knob is the gain knob. So let's go to -10. And I wouldn't even have to deal with this gain plugin. Okay, let's bring it down more. This is gain. And yes, there's a difference between gain and volume. Look it up. Freaking Google it, dude. Get an encyclopedia or something. Okay, that's fine with me. I'm going to take the delay off because I can add delay to it later if I want to. Whatever. All right, we're good. We're set. Commit, dog. Commit. Just commit. Boom. Or not. Well. Okay, am I still? Yes, we are still good. Dope. Okie dokie. Boom. Mute. Pull up the hidden tracks. Hide that one too. I like to turn everything off because it's not going to come through, but it's just less processing power and I don't know, just makes me feel safe inside. Okay, I want you to watch this waveform. Okay, when you bounce stuff down, the reason why it's split into two, it turns it into a stereo track. That is fine. Everyone trips over that. It's fine. It's not changing anything. You can take a stereo track and put it in mono later if you want. You cannot take a mono and put it in stereo, but you can put a stereo in mono. So quit freaking out, people. I've not that you are. I'm just saying I've seen people like argue over it. I'm like, dude, this is such a simple concept. Like, why are we arguing over this? Why we fight over these? Why do we fight over this? It's stupid. Okay, see how this put it like past? You see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna hold down Command. It brings up your marquee. Now take it and boom, and then click, and now cut that section out. I'm gonna put this on this one specifically. I'm gonna put it on. Okay. So we're good, right? Oh gosh. Okay. So this right here, okay. Just stop talking. Stop talking. Just go. All right. Control Shift, hold. And then I can do a crossfade. Boom. 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 Bam. Baby. All right. Okay, now I'm going to normalize this whole track, actually. So remember, Control Option G, apply, enter. Oh, okay. It didn't change because nothing's peaking over 10 anyways from the beginning. Cool. Now, unless I already did it, I don't know. I can't remember. Let's go with the, what's next? Let's go with the rim shot. Okay, so you get my process now. Now it's been almost an hour, so that's enough explaining. I'll just kind of just go now. We still good? We still good? Yes. Now you know what I'm doing. my gosh. Why is it so hard for me right now? Mm-mm. Almost wondering if I should move them. To here. Mm-mm. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Mm-mm. I'm gonna keep these simple, actually. I'm doing too much. Okay. Commit. We spent too long trying new stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Game plugins just there for no reason. Actually. Get these back up. Yep. See this pan? I don't want the pan in there. Get that back up there. So I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to get it to as close to -10 as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. So, yeah, it's fun. I don't want it too quiet because it's, I don't know. It's pretty good. So here, Control Option G. Okay. Control Command B. Boom. Rim shot. Include that. That's fine. Okay. Boom. Why did it do that? It didn't bounce the last part of it. What the F? Dang, Daniel. So, B. Rim shot. Okay. Why is it doing that? Oh, wait a second. It is in there. Weird. Why would it just cut it off like that? Okay, so I'm an idiot, and I did not. I did not add swing again. Boom. Let's get it somewhere close. To the snare. It hits at the same time right here. So I don't want it to be too far off. The snare I think is at 84, right? I know it was at 80. Okay, so I'll probably go back in, and after I bounce it down, I'll probably move these right here a little bit closer to the snare. I kind of like where it's sitting at 70, so commit. Boom. Right here. Good. Yes. When it does this. I wonder why it did that. Just cut it off like that. It's weird. Here, mute. H for hidden tracks. Nope. Hidden. Off. Here. Hear ye, hear ye. Control Option G. Enter Sandman. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's move on to the Tommies. Okay, and some swingy. Okay, so the pitch is already done, right? Let's add some swingy. A little swingy wing. I like 70. Let's take these, bring it down, make it more realistic sounding, like someone's playing it. Yeah. Yeah, I like it right here too. Nope. Okay. 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 Got some swing, got some pitch velocity variation. Let's commit to it. Let's drag these out first. Whoa. What's up with that? Oh, yeah. I remember. So we can't do that. We're going to have to do this because it's split into two. Uh-oh. Yeah. There. Same with this one. Wants to act like a little butthead. So these toms are good. Let's see what they're at. Yeah, that's way loud. There. Okay. Now, commit that bad boy. I hate that it does that. Okay, let's go with the other tom. Okay, good there. Pull it up. Let's take these out. Yeah, let's do this. Let's take this one down to 70. this one down to 80 or 90. Down to 70. Yes. Cool. Now, let's make sure. Yes, they are all on the grido. Boom. Okay, so I'm sure you're starting to hear kind of like with one or two drum instruments, you're not really going to tell the difference too much when it comes to swing, but I'm out. That's a bad day. But now that you have multiple instruments, you can kind of start hearing it. Like you could kind of start feeling the groove a little bit. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Actually. Yep. Bounce that. Yeah, I did it. And the reason why I'm not getting rid of this is because if I do have to go change something, it's a lot easier to just press H, open up your hidden tracks. Sorry. I'm getting over a sickness. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. But it's a lot easier to just open up the hidden tracks. And then just go in there and change it real quick and then bounce it down again. Instead of having to like chop and edit all these audio files. It's just when you can just click and drag a MIDI file. Y'all saying? Wait a minute. Yep. What was it? Control Option J. Let's see if it moves. Nope, it didn't. It's because I'm gain staging it before. But I do that normalization just in case. Just in case. On to the hi-hat. I mean, the open hat. Sorry. Gosh. Okay, first off, you need to come way down. Okay, that's good. I feel like this one sounded weird. No, it's good. Cool. Now let's change the pitch a little bit. 80's good. Cool. See what that sounds like. Cool. Now, swing. Swing. Oh, I didn't even highlight him. Stupid. I'm getting to that point. I'm sure you notice in every video I get to a point where my brain stops working and I just start getting tired. I mean, look at it. It's oh, you can't see, but it's 2:43 in the morning, dog. Look. What did I just do? Watch. 2:43 in the morning. Okay. Wild. Where are we at here? Okay. Yeah, we good. Cool. Get it as close to -10 as possible. All right. Oh, shit. Shoot. Oh, shoot. Jesus loves you. I'm trying to get better about my potty mouth, my military mouth. Trying to get rid of the military mouth. I am not in the military anymore. It is time to change it up, dog. Okay. So take this, option click, and now we're good. Boom. Yes. All right, eh? All right, eh? Wish you could drag that. What's the key command to like just paste instead of having to click and like highlight it and then option drag? I know you can just click it and then do some sort of key command and it like copies and pastes it to the next section. Kind of like this loop right here. Bap, 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 bap. Cool, guys and gals. Now we have. Oh, if you're on cycle, it won't highlight all of them. Take the cycle off, and it'll highlight all of DM. All of DM. It'll tell you how many regions you have selected. So if you chose all of these, you thought you did, and you see, oh, it says one region. I need to look. I probably only have one region. See how it moved? And we're good. Now, I want you to understand something. I'm going to be done for tonight. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. But just so what we went over, remember that when you're making music, you need to understand all um, stages, right? So you got production, which is like the songwriting, the making the beat, the arrangement, all that stuff, right? Production, and then it goes to mixing, and then it goes to mastering, and then it goes out to the world. Think about, just to save yourself time and headache throughout the whole process, think about the whole process. When you're in the production phase, this is me gain staging now, so I don't have to do it later. Because I'm gain staging now while I'm in production, I don't have to gain stage later. That's a step of the mixing process when I jump into that I don't have to do. So anyways, but if you look, see how they're all about the same width? There's not some that are like real big here. They're all about the same, right? Same width. Okay, it just looks a lot cleaner too. So, drums. Everything's good. Let's listen. Let's listen to everything with our new drums. Now, the volumes are going to be off a little bit because we normalized them. But here it is. Cool. So now I just need to go in and just kind of, what was it, the rim shot and the snare, the times that they hit at the same time. I need to go and time align those. But we are done with the drums for now. After that, I'll just go on to what I hear needs to be fixed next. Usually, it's the bass, but because everything's MIDI. This is what I was going to show you. Actually, before I forget. Oh no, I already told you that. Talking about, instead of dragging it from a splice or loop master or whatever loop cloud, whatever you get your stuff from, dragging it over to the quick sampler and changing the key there on the keyboard, I'm just dropping the actual audio file in and using transpose based off of how many semitones to do that. So that's what I was going to say, but I already said it. Now, we'll probably do the purple stuff, which is everything that's not drums or bass or vocals. So drums, bass, vocals, and then everything else. So all the other instruments. Instruments are purple in my sessions. So, you look, you see I've already done it here. I think I showed you that already. I've already done this. So I took this and I recreated it I pulled it from Splice and not using the Q sampler, and then listen to the difference. Yeah. It's like it has this like weird distortion, like phasiness to it. It's like a metallic almost. Like a okay, and then if I this other way, see how much more clear it is? There's like a little bit of like a rumble or whatever that's from the actual audio file, right? Which that rumble is what the Q sampler was taking when I used that and made it all phasey. It's like wow. Whereas this one's just the actual audio file. It just sounds better. I mean, it's not a great recording or a great sample to begin with when it comes to like sound quality, but the Q sampler definitely made it just that much worse. So that's why I'm doing this now, and I will be doing that for all of these bad boys. Everything. 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 Cool. Boom. Watch this. Look how clean and simple that is. That's why you do bussing, which I'll talk about that later at when I get to mixing. So, please, if you saw anything that I could improve on or a key command that I could have used that would make my process more efficient, faster, some tips and tricks on things that we went over, please throw them in the comments. Let's all learn from each other. And if you haven't yet, like and subscribe. And I'm out. See you next time.